How's everybody doing? I'm in a super good mood. Just saying, I'm in a super good mood. My son, Sebastian, qualified to buy a new / used car. So he's like super happy and I'm excited because I want to drive it. It's a 2007 Toyota like XJ Cruiser or something like that. It's one of those kind of weird looking, almost looks like a Jeep, but it has the roof rack on it and stuff. It's 4-wheel drive. Anyways, it's really cool. So he's gone right now with my mom going to pick it up. So that was cool. I'm super happy for him. I got Happy Mail today. So I don't know, like I'm in heaven because every single thing that she sent me is awesome and I will use all of it. And I'm talking about Karla Frizzell. She sent me some beautiful, beautiful Happy Mail. And yeah, so thank you so much, Karla. Really, it was very generous of you and very sweet for you to share some of this stuff. So let me just kind of show you what she sent. First of all, some piano rolls. These are amazing. Look at, she asked me if I wanted some quite a while ago, and I was like, yeah, I just want the grungy ones. So so she sent me 4 of them in different stages of grunginess, I would say. So yeah, so these will definitely make their way into some journals or, you know, collage and that kind of stuff here in the near future. I've got some ideas for a couple of journals that I'd like to do where it's not like a whole series of journals, where it's just like 1, maybe 2, because I have some gorgeous book covers that I want to use. And I always do series or sets or whatever. And so I just kind of wanted to go all out and really make some just embellished, you know, journals. So anyway, so she sent me the piano rolls, and thank you for those. Those are awesome. And I love the boxes. Hang on. And then Karla seems to find some of the coolest like junk jewelry, you know, and I haven't really even looked in here. I haven't taken everything out of this bag yet, but I know that these are actually jasper beads. So these are real like semi-precious stone beads. Let me make sure I stay in frame here. So those are really cool. Those will be great to make little charms with. And then these little, these are little shell beads that are kind of knotted together with some seed beads and stuff. So those are really pretty, and I will definitely use some of those. I like the way they're strung kind of on their side like that. So those are cool. And then, oh, just like some more little, it's like, they're like beads that are strung on chain, or like, these are like hishi beads is what these are called, these little metal beads. And then they're linked together with chain and crimp beads. So it's really pretty. I don't know. I have some big crimp beads, so I might do something with those. And look at these. These are neat. These are brass, these beads, those little teardrop beads. So those will be really cool for charms, especially because I have in my head some ideas of some stuff that I really want to do using like filigree and stuff. So, and then look, some little crystals from a chandelier. And these are it's so funny that she sent these, because I have a whole bunch of crystals from my grandmother's chandelier, and I've been sort of like hoarding them, you know, but I decided to start using them recently. And so it's funny that she sent me some more. So thank you. And then these are just little glass, like Christmas ornaments. They're actually glass though. So I think those are really cool. So yeah, nice little bag of yummy stuff, very usable stuff, which is what is the cool part, right? And then this bag of yumminess, there's all kinds of cool things in here. And so like some of these little butterfly buttons, and then just neat beads. Like most of them are glass. Some are not, but yeah, like this little metal bead, and This is jasper too. I think this might be picture jasper. Yeah, I think it is. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the colors in that. Just gorgeous. I think this would be great. This is I don't know. It's just awesome. Like, I have this one plastic tub that I just dump this kind of stuff into. And then when I pull out my jewelry making tools and stuff, I just pull random things out of them, out of that box, and make little charms and stuff. So my collection of junky, junk journal charms and stuff is really expanding, and it makes me happy. So so thank you for those, Karla. And then I don't know if you guys remember seeing, or if you follow Karla on YouTube or on Etsy, and if you don't, you should go to Karla's Etsy shop and favorite her shop, because she does amazing journals. I don't know if you guys are, if you know who I'm talking about, but you should definitely check her out. She does do a lot of children's stuff. So whenever I get really cool kids books and stuff, I always think of Karla. And so I've sent her quite a few of them over the last couple years. But so sometimes it's cool to see when you send something to somebody, it's cool to see them actually using it, right? But she's done these really cool, like, wire wrapped keys, and with beads and stuff, just like altered keys, and she's made them into like charms, and they're really, really neat. And so apparently she found like a big jar of old keys one time at a antique shop, and she picked them up because they were pretty reasonable. And so I was like, oh my God, look at all those keys. And so she sent me some keys, and I appreciate it very, very much, because honestly, it would be hard for me to part with them if it was me. But I love just taking a key and just hanging it on a journal, like just a key. I just think it looks really cool. So anyway, so yeah, check out Karla's Altered Keys. I don't know if she has them in her shop right now, but I think she said she was going to list them. But yeah, so anyway, thank you for the keys. And then it's really nice when people are listening to you, when you say, oh my God, if you have any little tiny paper clips, I want them, I'll buy them from you, or whatever. So she happened to have a pack of these, and she sent them to me. Some people don't like them because they're real tiny and they're kind of stiff, but yeah, I love them. Thank you for those, Karla. And then gold bond stamps, some green stamps. I've never had any of this style before, so I thought these were really pretty. They have they're in super good shape too, and look at, they're like perfect. They're like in perfect shape. These things are probably 75 years old. Yeah, so she sent me a bunch of this stuff, so these will be great to use in collage and clusters and things like that. So sometimes, like, I actually have a bunch of these, and I add them to bundles that I have for sale and stuff like that, because sometimes when you find these, you find a ton. Like, it'll be just like a whole box full of them. So sometimes you have to spread them around. But yeah, I love that she sent me these, because a lot of these I don't have. Like these ones, I don't have any of these. So yeah, so that was really thoughtful. And then look at, this is the, like, yeah, the, what do they call it? The piece de resistance, Look at all this lace. I don't know how she finds this stuff. She said that there's not a thrift store, an antique store that is like her favorite shop, where she always finds like treasures, and I think we all have like one place like that. Mine has closed, so I'm not very happy about it, but yeah, so she sent me just like this amazing selection of treasures that she found, and shared some with me, and I'm just like, wow, so cool. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? Look at those pieces. It's just gorgeous. I think that's tatting. Oh, and this is my favorite right here. Look at these little flowers. These little lace flowers. Look at, and there's a ton of them. And this was probably like off of a pillowcase, like a little border edging, a little crocheted border. And I love the color. Like they're just like aged and distressed already. This is just like a piece off of some other lace. There's some more. This is the same as this one. Just beautiful. A piece of a doily. Gorgeous. Some more eyelet. And I love that it's already like kind of stained and distressed. And isn't that a pretty pattern for that eyelet? And then look at more little flowers. So pretty. And some lace. There's probably a good yard or two, you know, at least a yard of this really gorgeous cotton lace. And then all these little doilies. And what's cool about this particular one to me is that the little connector piece is a little tiny doily too. A lot of times that's just like a little star shape or something, but these are really cute. Look at that. Just have to snip it, those little 4 dots, and you've got a little tiny flower. So, and she shared a bunch of these with me. So I feel special. And then she sent me these little book corners. I have a lot of different book corners and I use them. I've been using them more lately. I kind of go through phases with them. But I don't have any that are this small. So these are cool because I can use these in like minis, you know, little tiny ones. And, you know, you can paint these things too. Like you don't have to leave them gold or silver or whatever. So you can paint them like with even just distress ink and, you know, alter them. So yeah, so that's my happy mail from Karla. Made me super happy. And then let me I just want to show you guys something really quick. So this is when I talk about the post office. Hold on. This is partly why I get upset with the post office. So this is how the box came from Karla. Okay. Let me make sure I cover up her address. So yeah, so this is how it came, and it has this sticker on it that says, "Please accept our apologies for the damage done by a spill from an improperly packaged parcel. We determined that the spilled material is non-hazardous." So they spilled something. Not only did they spill something on it, but it completely got like dropped off of a truck somewhere. Okay. Everything was fine. Like it was in good enough shape, but just saying, just because you ship something priority doesn't always mean that it gets the most, you know, care. Anyway, so then I also got 2 smaller packages from Marsha, and Marsha is a customer that she purchased some books from me on one of my last book sale. And it's really funny because she said she was trying to resist, but she couldn't. And part of the reason that she's trying to resist is because she's moving like overseas. And so, you know, it's like really you need to pare down the stuff you have, right? So she bought this little tiny book from me and mentioned that she wanted to send me some happy mail. And I said, well, why don't we just trade? Like she told me what she wanted to share. And I said, well, why don't we just trade, you know, for the book? And so that's what we did. And I was really proud of her because she actually got rid of like twice as much bulk as the book was. So she did pretty good. So yeah, so just some fun stuff, some little flash or little postcards and things like that. It's funny. There's 2 in here that are from Spokane, which if you don't know, that's where I live. I live in Spokane. Oh, where'd they go? Can't find them. Anyways, there's 2 postcards in here from Spokane. Oh yeah, there's one of them. So see, it's really cool. We have a river that runs right through the middle of town. Yeah, so a little bundle of postcards, and then these slang flashcards. These are super funny. I remember I had a set of these a long time ago, and my grandma, for some reason, I was looking at them with my grandma, and ever since she saw these flashcards, she started referring to money as cheddar. So like my 80-year-old grandma at the time, She was about 80, 85. She was always referring to money as cheddar. And she did it like in the most serious way. Like she'd say, I'll give you some cheddar if you'll give me my wallet, you know, that kind of thing. Anyways, they're super funny. So, okay, I'm going to show you those last. And then look at this cool little rope. I don't know if she made this or what, but look, it's just like a couple pieces of fabric twisted up real tight and then twisted together, 2 pieces twisted together. And it makes this really neat rope. And I think this would be really cool to add to a journal, just to tie around, kind of like a farmhouse style journal or something, you know, like a binder. So yeah, so that's pretty easy to make. And I think it looks really neat. And then she sent me some tickets because the person can never have enough tickets. And these ones are cool. These are cool. Look at the red ones. So yeah, lots of little tickets. Those are awesome for journals. And this, the piece de resistance of this Happy Mail, these are what are called Tunedex cards. I think that's how you say it. And so what they are these cards that are like references that were by subscription. They started sometime in the early 40s. And they were by subscription. So you subscribe to receive these cards like once a month or something. And the guy that started it, so he would choose songs that were popular at the time or had been popular in recent years. And he would have part of the song, the music to it, and the tune, okay, some of the words and the tune printed on the front. And then on the back, it would give you all the information about like the record company and, you know, the artist and all that kind of stuff. And like the price, like how it would sell. And, you know, like they're copyrighted and stuff, and they're still copyrighted. So you can't copy these, but so these are originals. And, oh, so like radio stations would get these too. And so they would have all the information about the songs that they were playing on the radio. But the really cool thing was that these were a lot of times musicians that played like in nightclubs and things like that. They would subscribe to this so that they would have copies of, they would have the music to popular songs that people would request. Like people at the hotel or whatever, they would request, oh, can you play whatever, you know? And they would find it in their Tunedex collection and they could play it. And I don't know. I just think they're really neat, very nostalgic and highly collectible. These are very, very collectible. So if you're wondering about them, just search up Tunedex. So Tunedex cards on eBay, and yeah, go check them out. And look how many she sent me. I'm like, holy crap. You know what I mean? Like, there's like a ton of them. No, I haven't counted them. I'm not going to count them, but holy crap. Thank you, Marsha. This is like super generous. She said she found these at a thrift store, and, you know, then she looked them up and stuff, and, you know, she was like floored by what they were selling for. So I'm just like really, really grateful that she shared some with me. These are super cool. These are something that I probably would not alter. Probably wouldn't alter them. But I will definitely be using some of these in some journals, and maybe those journals that I mentioned earlier that I want to work on. So yeah, so that was my Happy Mail from Marsha. So thank you for that. Well, it's kind of like a trade, you know. And then I stopped at a thrift store while I was out. I went to Goodwill, and I found a couple bags of this, it's nylon thread, and this stuff isn't like super cheap, you know, but I thought it would be kind of fun to make some tassels with this, you know, because it's like, you know, it comes undone real easy. But I love tassels, and I thought it would be kind of cool to maybe watch some videos and, you know, find some neat ways of making like smaller tassels for journals. And I thought this was pretty cool. I mean, there's like what, 7 rolls in each bag for $2.99. So yeah, so I got 2 bags of this cool nylon thread. And then they have this box of cards. They're like announcements. It's like a single card. And I thought these would be great to make thank you cards for my orders, right? So there's a whole bunch of them. It's just single, you know, side. So about that many, and then envelopes that match. So for $1.99, and I'm thinking these are pretty old. Yeah, probably at least, you know, from the 80s or older. I don't know. So yeah, so that was my Goodwill haul. I didn't get anything else there. I didn't have any good books or anything, but I did stop at Rings and Things. So Rings and Things is a store here in Spokane that they used to have a retail store in one of the big malls here downtown, and they closed that down years and years ago. But what they used to do that was really cool is they had these trays set up in the store with beads and little cups. And so you could go in and pick out beads that you wanted, and they give you a little tray, and you pick out the beads you want, and then they have little tables and chairs set up so you could actually sit there and string your bracelets or necklaces or whatever. And yeah, and they would help you and stuff, but they sold all kinds of other stuff too, like clothing and jewelry and yeah, so Rings and Things. But they've always had a wholesale business too, and they used to just do it by mail order, where they would send you a catalog, and like once a quarter, I think. And, you know, you could call in and place your order or mail in an order form. And I used to work for them. So back when, before they had internet ordering, like people would call in and we would take orders over the phone. So anyways, but I worked for them, and I used to find amazing stuff. And so I just thought, okay, I'm going to go down to Rings and Things and see what I can find today, because I really want to do this project using the like chandelier pieces for earrings. I want to make some like charms for books. Okay, so I'm just going to dump this out. So this is this is what I wound up with from Rings and Things today. Okay, so about half of the stuff that I wound up getting is not on their website. It's stuff that they only have in their showroom here in town. But much of it is available on their website. But a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about that is only in the showroom, it's not really jewelry stuff. Okay. So like they had a bunch of alcohol inks, some, you know, Ranger alcohol inks. These were 40% off. So they were priced at $3.99. So, you know, 40% off. So I got a bunch of them. Most of them I got 2 of each color. So like the raspberry, but I got a lot of these type of colors like caramel and latte. That's caramel, butterscotch, honeycomb. Okay. So a lot of those kinds of colors. And yeah, so I just felt like that was a pretty good price. So I picked up a bunch. And then, oh my God. So this is Gilder's Paste Wax. So it's real similar to like Inca Gold or something like that. But this isn't actually paint. It's just the wax, right? So it comes with like a little like tongue depressor type of thing, and it's super highly metallic. Okay, so you can just rub this on whatever, and you can even like buff it, and it becomes more shiny. So I don't know. I had to get it because it was 80% off, right? Like this was priced at $11.50, so it was 80% off of that. Anyway, so I don't think anybody could pass that up. So it's German silver, gold, and antique gold. So 3 different colors. Oh, so anything that had this orange label was 80% off. Okay. So I got these cool like filigree beads, sort of like squished circle beads, like pillows. These are little like like bezels. So I could do like some little collage and put, you know, pour resin in over the top and make little buttons or something. I don't know. Some more of those little filigree beads. And these are actually, I think these are resin. I don't know what they're made of. They might be resin, but it's kind of hard to see, but they're actually poppies. They're really pretty. So those would be kind of fun to use maybe some of the wax on too. Maybe paint them and then use some of that wax. I don't know. They'd be fun to play with. There's a whole bag of them for like $1, you know. These were some eyelets. These are like longer eyelets. So I thought those would be good for using in book covers, you know, because they would get through the thick cover and I could still use the crocodile with those. What else has the sticker? Oh, so then these, yeah, these were 80% off. Look at this cool stamp. Isn't that neat with the pencils? All those different pencils. I wish they were different lengths though, for some reason. It bugs me that they're all kind of the same length. And then this one with the, this one was $16. Yeah, and it was 80% off. So I thought that was pretty neat. It was pretty neat. Okay, and then these beads. Oh, here's some more alcohol ink. There was like 3 packs of these. These are silver plated. So they're not solid sterling. Here it is. They're not solid sterling, but they are silver plated beads. These were $10. So these were 80% off also. So I love these like square spacer beads. I just think they're really, really cool. To even just put a jump ring through it and use it as a charm. The bead itself as a charm. So yeah. So I got some of those. Let me just kind of pull out all of these. These are all pewter. These are all made out of pewter. All these bags of stuff. And let's talk about this stuff first. So, and I'll put that last too. So this is what I was looking for, were these little filigree shapes, okay? So they're like you would make chandelier earrings with them, okay? So they've got loops at the bottom or around the sides or whatever, but so this is what I was looking for. This is what I went in there for. So like those, see, so they have those loops at the bottom because I thought these would be really cool to make charms with for journals, you know? So yeah, so I got some. And I got these ones, and they're really nice quality too. And then some gunmetal ones. And then these are just little tiny ones that at first I wasn't going to get these. I had her pull them, and I wasn't going to get them because I thought they were too small. But I think they have a use too. And these were like $1.75 for like a dozen of them. But see, like these smaller ones, I think those could be really useful too, you know, because sometimes I just get in the mood and I just want to play with wire and jump rings and beads and all that kind of stuff. Because I used to make a lot of jewelry. I used to do a lot of beadwork. And so, yeah, so sometimes I miss it and I get a yearning to work with my pliers and all that, you know. So, yeah, so I got a few different little chandelier like filigree. And there's a couple sets on Amazon that I think I might get also because they have like a huge variety. So yeah, so then I got that one too. So yeah, kind of like, I don't know, kind of Victorian sort of, you know. Yeah, with some pretty wire wrapped beads and stuff. So I think I'm going to do a project with you guys on a video and use some of those. Show you my ideas. Pretty basic, but and then these bezels because I want to do some little collages, some little tiny collages with buttons and little bits and bobs and stuff. And these are just great like little frames to do that in. I've been putting buttons in these and then in these little small ones and then just pouring triple thick in there. And then these I thought I would do with actual resin, the bigger ones. So yeah, so a bunch of those, and these are on the website. So and they're good price. I don't remember what it is, but they're a good price. And so are these. These are also on their website, and I'll put the link in the description to their website, so anybody can purchase from them. If you want wholesale pricing, you need to have a business license. And so if you have a business license, you do get a price break. But anybody can buy from them, and their prices are pretty good. So, it's, the wholesale price break isn't a huge savings. Like, it's substantial. Like, if you're planning on buying a whole bunch of stuff and then reselling it, like, you would definitely want that. But if you just want to use some of this stuff, then, it's not that bad. Anyway, so a lot of this stuff is sold in the half gross. So it's 6 dozens. So I'll just kind of quickly show you what I got here. So these were all in the showroom also. So they don't have these on the website. But trust me, there's like 50,000 items in there on their website. So anyway, sometimes they find special deals on things, and they only will offer it in the showroom. So if you live in Spokane, go check out Rings and Things. Anyway, so these are just some little leaf charms. These are some bead caps in gunmetal. They're like small flower shaped bead caps. So I got those in gunmetal and also in like a bronze. Okay. Some more leaves, little charms. Whoops. Some more leaves. These are charms. And these are actually connectors. So these are little like flower shapes, and they've got a loop on each side. So let me show you. So yeah, see, so there's a loop on that side and that side. So you can hook something on each side. See? Usually it won't focus. That's weird that it did. Couple bags of hearts. I'm not like super into hearts or anything, but I thought these were pretty. They kind of filigree-ish, The bag's too shiny. See, they're just little hearts. Also design on them. Anyway, so I thought I would use some of the alcohol inks and some of that. I have some of that patina paint. That comes in like a set of 4. It's by Ranger. So I was thinking I could maybe distress some of this stuff. These are little locks and keys. So those would be cool. I might try rusting some of this stuff, but to be honest, most of the time it won't rust because it's coated. It's like treated and it won't. Anyways, these are just like tube beads. These are some dragonfly charms. Little dragonflies. I got them in silver and also in bronze. You can probably see the bronze one's better. And then little tree of life charms. See? And these are little beads. These are copper. So there's like the sun and moon, or the moon and stars on one side. See? The moon and stars. And then the sun on the other side. I know you can't see it very good. Okay. And then these little peace charms, they all just say peace. I like that. These are little lotus flowers, little lotus flower charms. You can't see them very good. These are, sorry guys. These are little owls. They're super cute. Look at, isn't that cute? He's like sideways. I love him. He's like in flight, And then these little keys. These are silver keys. These are connectors also. They're bigger. They've got a loop on each end, on each side. And they're kind of cool. They've got like a neat like filigree pattern. These are really pretty. They're little like ivy sort of like branches, So yeah, these are connectors also. So there's a loop on each end that you could, there's a loop on each end. So you could put like a jump ring through it. Can you see it? See? Anyway, yeah, so those. And then these little teeny tiny little butterfly beads, little metal butterflies. So look at, and it's because they were so tiny that I had to get them. And the hole goes top to bottom. So those would be fun to use, make little charms out of them with a little head pin, you know. Okay, so these were $4 a bag. That's what I paid for them. So I know it was a little more than I probably wanted to pay, but I don't know. I was being somewhat impulsive. So anyways, then they have this big box that's full of just a bunch of random stuff. Hold on, I gotta find that bead. Pretty sturdy little bead. Yeah, so these were $1 each or 20 for $10. So that if you bought 20, you get them for 50 cents, right? So just some cool stuff. Like these are old African trade beads. These are really pretty, like cobalt blue and white trade beads. And I thought those would be neat to make into tassels. A couple of red, white, and blue chevron beads. These are glass trade beads also. There's another one of the blue ones. And then these have little birds on them. See, little birds. So I got 2 of those. And then these crosses I thought were awesome. So there are 4 different styles. Really, really cool. So like they could have like gems put in, you know, set into them right there. You could set like gemstones in there or not, you know. So those were in that box. And then these 2 little weird metal pieces. I don't know what they are, but they look like they have holes in them and they look like they could be cool to hang on something. And then this little bead, I had to get this. It has, look at that little face on it. Isn't that weird? So, and this is made out of a nut. I don't know what kind of nut it is, but I know that it's made from a nut. Okay. Somewhere in Africa. And then these are also made out of a nut, but I don't remember what this nut is either. They sound like glass. Maybe these are agate. Actually, I think these are agate, if I remember, because I have a pendant that's this like flat round pendant. It's like a coin kind of. That's done exactly the same way. This is like a stencil and they've dyed this. So I don't know. You might not be able to see the pattern very well, but it's got kind of like a pattern in it. Anyway, but I thought they were really pretty. So I got those. And then, I don't know. I thought I was getting a super good deal here. I got 2 bags of these little, these are those like clear bottles, you know. Those little tiny bottles. They're all the same shape. So it's like a little flat, like flask, you know. Little tiny glass ones. And so these were 80% off also. And I don't know how many's in each one of these bags, but I'm going to say it's probably a gross. So it's probably a dozens in here. So I got 2 of those and the little corks. But these were not $8. They were $5 and then 80% off. Yeah, 250 of them in here. And they're too big. They're too big for these bottles. So whatever. I don't know. I'll figure out some way to clog those up. To close them up so I can use them. I may try to find the teeny tiniest little corks to put in these. I might. I don't know. I'm sure I probably could find them on Amazon. If anybody can find them, let me know. Like, send me a link or something if you do. That would be great. And but yeah, they're the teeniest of tiniest little corks. Because I don't know what else would work. I guess I could put like maybe roll up newsprint or something and put it in there and glue it. I don't know. But whatever. Anyway, so I got a couple bags of them. So that's my haul and Happy Mail share from Karla and Marsha, and rings and things, and Oh, I can't pull the rest of it over here. And Goodwill. Okay, bunch of goodies. And yeah, so now I have to put it all away. I have to figure out where I'm going to put all this stuff. And then I'm going to play a little bit, make a couple videos and play a little bit, make some stuff. And yeah, and then start on those journals, because I want to make those journals. I want to use some of that like French stuff that I just got, and some of these, some of that lace from Karla, so I don't know, maybe I'll make some videos doing that too. Who knows what could happen. So anyways, well, thanks for watching, you guys. I feel like you were all here in my studio with me going through my stuff, so that was fun. All right, I love you guys. Take care. Bye for now.